السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الأمين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أما بعد. Today we're talking about another bad kind of love, one that you shouldn't have. And this is loving to show off your good deeds. Because we live in a world and in a society where you are taught to always accentuate and highlight the best of your attributes, the best of your abilities, the best of your achievements. You accomplish something, you post it, you let people know what you've done. But the problem is that can also creep into our acts of worship. So you find if someone wakes up for qiyam, that's a secret between them and Allah Azza wa Jal. But they have to let you know during the day. Somehow they have to let you know that they were up at night in qiyam. So the guy is yawning and stretching every time and looking at you. Then again he'll yawn and then you ask him, you tired, huh? Yeah, I had to wake up early. Fajr, huh? No, before Fajr. So if you had to do that, keep it a secret. Keep it a secret between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So what we're talking about is called riya, which is showing off with your good deeds. And it's also known as shirk al-khafi. Shirk al-khafi. Hidden shirk. Why shirk? Because when someone commits shirk, wal-'iyadhu billah, they're actually directing part or a portion of their worship to other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when someone shows off, part of that worship is not for Allah Azza wa Jalla, it's to show off to the people. Hence, the naming of shirk. Al-khafi, yani hidden, because the Prophet ﷺ described that it is more hidden, akhfa min dabib al-namla, that is more hidden than the footsteps of an ant. And when you see an ant moving, can you identify its footsteps? You can't. You can't see the footprint of the ant, right? It is more hidden than that. So, the scholars give an example. This is a true story that happened to one of the early Muslims who used to regularly pray in the front row for 40 years, 40. For 40 years, he always prays in the front row. Not once was he late and prayed in the second or third row for 40 years. And then after doing this consistently for 40 years, one day he came late and he was in some of the other rows. He said while he was in salah, the whole time he kept thinking, today people are going to see that I'm not in the front row. Today people are going to see that I came late for prayer. While he was thinking of that, he realized that for 40 years, he was praying in the front row, not for the sake of Allah Azza wa Jal, but to show off to people. Because if he sincerely did it for the sake of Allah Azza wa Jal, the day he is late, he's going to say, today Allah will see that I'm not in the front row. Today Allah will look at the front row and not find me there. But his concern wasn't Allah Azza wa Jal, but it was people. So he realized after 40 years, this is to show you how hidden it can be. After 40 years, that he finally was able to discover that. So that's why hidden and that's why shirk. Now, An-Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that whoever shows off, man ra'a Allahu bihi. And the scholars explain it means that whoever uses their acts of worship to get some kind of notoriety or some kind of popularity or recognition, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will expose them in front of the masses also. So these are the reasons why it's something that we should pay attention to. And the solution to that is to keep your deeds hidden. Now, Ali ibn Abi Talib radiallahu anhu, he used to say, Inna Allah akhfa ithnataini fithnatayn. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had hid two things inside two other two things. So he says Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala hid his rida, what he accepts from you, amongst your a'mal. Akhfa rida fil a'mal. He hid his pleasure, what he accepts from you, amongst your acts of worship. And you don't know which one. And he hid his awliya bayna ibadi. He hid his close friends amongst his servants. You can't tell. You don't know which of the servants of Allah or one of the close friends of Allah. And you don't know which of your good deeds is that one that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepted from you. And that's why if you look in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and I don't know if you ever find this in the Quran or in the Sunnah, akthar al-a'mal. Have you ever heard that? But it's always لِيَبْلُوَكُمْ أَيُّكُمْ أَحْسَنُ عَمَلًا. Allah Azza wa Jalla always talks about the best of deeds. And He doesn't talk about just numbers of deeds. The best of deeds. That's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is looking for. So we're talking about sincerity in doing your action. And one of the ways is to hide your deed. One of the early Muslims used to fast every other day for 40 years. And his own family, his wife never knew it. He used to go to the market, they had a shop, she would make him food. On the day he's fasting, he gives it to the poor. And then he prays Maghrib there, comes back and eats at home. On the day he's not fasting, he has it for lunch. And he prays Maghrib and he comes back and eats with the family as well. But he kept it a secret for 40 years. Because that's an act of worship between him and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. No need to ruin it, no need to allow riyah to creep into it. Zainul Abidin, who's from the offspring or from the lineage of Ali ibn Abi Talib radiallahu anh, Zainul Abidin, he used to every night go and put food in front of the poor in his city, in front of the homes of the poor, in front of their doors. There would be 100 poor families, and every night he would put food in front of their door. And they didn't know it was him. You know how they found out? When he died, nobody brought the food anymore. So they figured it was him. And they said when they came to wash his body, they found rope marks on his back. Because it was food for 100 people, so he used to put it with a rope like that. They said they found marks as if he was whipped on his back. Because he used to carry it. But it was top secret between him and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You never know. And that's why the scholars always say, always make sure there is a deed that you have that is top secret between you and Allah Azza wa Jal. Not your wife, nobody knows about it. You never know which one will save you. And after the grace of Allah, which one of them will be caused to save you on the day of judgment. Keep it a secret between you and Allah Azza wa Jal. Al-Hasan al-Basri, rahimahullah, he used to pray, his house was small. If he prays inside the house at night, they know he's praying at night. He used to pray on top of the house, on the roof. Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, rahimahullah, used to take water as if like it's for drinking water over the night. And he would go into his room and he would make wudu and pray at night. And then when Fajr would come, even though he's been up all night, he would pretend as if he woke up. He looks like he just got up. But these people are hiding their deeds. Secret between them and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, in conclusion, if you can, don't always display your deeds. Meaning the ones that can be hidden. Yani, you're not going to try to hide Jum'ah Salah. That's one that's done publicly anyways. Alright? So you're going to hide any deed that you can hide. You're going to have one special secret between you and Allah Azza wa Jal. Something you do regularly and no one on planet Earth knows about it. So nothing can corrupt that, nothing can creep into that. Then sometimes you do a good deed publicly because it encourages others and you get the rewards for others, such as donating and things like that. And I think it's enough, we've gone long, but always keep your deeds a secret between you and Allah. The early Muslims used to hide their good deeds the same way they used to hide their bad deeds. Imagine you hide your good deeds the same way you hide your bad deeds. You would not tell a living soul. Everything you do is between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Don't tell everyone in the morning. Don't make a spectacle of it. Don't spread it around. Don't take selfies in the middle of your qiyam. Just keep it. That's an exaggeration, but just keep it between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So inshallah we'll stop here. Jazakumullah khair for your attentive listening. Sallallahu barak ala Muhammad. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.